Hey everybody, if you've been here before, welcome back to our channel. If it's your first time here, we're glad you found us. We hope you can check out some of our other videos where we talk about the three main aspects of what we do here, which revolve around faith, family, and farming. So in today's video, this will be our Faith Talk, our third one. I wanted to talk about marriage, really, and some of the struggles with marriage. It's something that God has placed on our hearts. That we're just very passionate about, and it's mainly with young couples that we see that are just struggling in their marriage, and because we know exactly what that's like. We were there, and so I want to share with you, a little bit about our story, but then also just some of the best advice that I can give you, if that's you. Hopefully it's not, but if that's you in one of those situations, to be able to find the strength to get through those times. And why today? Because today, on this day, 21 years ago, was the day that I hit the jackpot. I married the most beautiful, loving, kind-hearted, and godly woman. And, our first couple years were pretty rough. My fault. But God's been very active in our lives, and He's done a lot of work with us. And and to this day, like I said, today is our 21st anniversary, and we have 5 beautiful children, and we're just, loving life, and, it's been an amazing journey. So some of that I wanted to kind of share with y'all today. So I guess early on, like for me coming in, when we got married fairly young, I was 23, I was 23. But I was just self-centered, selfish. I had a lot of built-up anger, no coping skills, materialistic. You may be thinking, God, that describes my husband. Maybe it does. Or I know some women that are like that too, so it's not just a man thing. But it was really rough for the start of our marriage, me trying to, manage all those things that I didn't know how to manage. And early on in our marriage, there were some days I'm like, I don't know if we're going to make it. But again, my wife, she's always been a godly woman. And for her, she did 3 main things that was able to, that's how she fought for our marriage. And that's what I really want to share with y'all today. So the first thing that she did was she strengthened her own relationship with God. I mean, she knew that this was going to be a tough battle, and she needed the strength to be able to persevere through it. So, I mean, she studied scripture, she prayed more, she surrounded herself with godly women, she joined small groups. I mean, anything she could do to strengthen her relationship with God, that's what she focused on for herself, because she knew that she needed to do that. And the second thing that she did was she prayed for me. She wrote a lot of gratitude journals and kind of took notes throughout all that, really over the course of our whole marriage, of things where we've been, where we've gone, where we've come from. But she prayed for me. And then the third thing that she did was she loved me through it. She was able to see that her battle was not really with me, it was with the devil, who through many years before this of just controlling me, shaping me, persuading me to be a certain way, and she could see that. So she could see who God created beyond my external actions, and so she was just there for it. And she knew that, and there were some times where she tried to, fix me, and, and if that's you out there, if you've tried to fix your spouse, you've probably learned this lesson several times over, is that, if you're married to somebody who's just unreasonable and irrational, you can't, there's nothing you can do about that, other than those 3 things that my wife did. because ultimately you have to realize that you have to just do what you can, pray for them, and let God. It's kind of a cliche saying, but let go and let God, and that's really what you have to do. Is let God work. Plant those seeds. Pray for them, and then just try to stay out of the way. And as hard as it may be, bite your tongue. Keep your mouth closed a little bit, and we don't have to point out the flaws of everybody in those moments. There'll be time for healing and those discussions afterwards. But if you're in those rocky situations, that would be my best advice: is strengthen yourself, pray, and love. And I would love to tell you that if you do those three things, your marriage is going to survive, it's going to be blessed, and sadly that's not always the case. But again, those are the best things you can do to fight for your marriage. And so that's what I want to encourage you with today, is to just do that, and and we'll pray. If y'all ever need prayers, let us know, and you can send us a private message, or whatever you want to do to contact us. We'll be more than happy to pray with you, pray over you, pray for you, during those hard times, because we know exactly what it's like. It's not easy, and sadly a lot of young couples, either we rush into marriage too soon, or we're just a little naive and we think that everything's just gonna flow smoothly, and sometimes it does, but for many of us it doesn't. It's a battle, and even to this day, like, I still struggle with those same things. And in a future video I want to talk about some of my anger issues and battles with materialism and things like that, but again, for this video I just wanted to focus on the actions that my wife took early on in our marriage, and then she let God do the rest. And he did. And he's still working on me. I'm not a finished product by any means. But I'm in a much better place now than I was 15 or 20 years ago. And that's largely in part because my wife allowed God to work through her. It wasn't her words or her actions. It was God working through her the whole time. And that's what got us to where we are now. So I hope that this helps you some, and just stay tuned to future videos, and we're going to address a lot more of these other issues and how I was able to work through the things that I was struggling with. God bless y'all.